Good day, everyone. Today I'm going to be explaining the first forum discussion that you have to complete. So you can see here in Moodle where I'm currently located, I'm going to click on forum discussion number one, all right, which is under the session number one for week one. And when that opens, you're going to see the forum discussion, right? So to take you through the steps, the first thing it says is welcome and background. This is open from Monday the 18th of January to Thursday the 5th of February at 12 noon. For your first forum, you will need to write 2 paragraphs. One on your background, where you introduce yourself to your peers and instructor. You start with your name, a short biography of where you live, schools attended, your degree program, and any other information you would like to share. The second paragraph would be where you would highlight your computer technology experience and what you hope to gain from this course. Please be sure to use proper grammar, spelling, and punctuation, as this will count towards your grade. This is the first of 4 forums, and the only one that does not require a citation of a source, which means reference or any type of research, because this is coming from your own personal experience. After this, the remaining 3 must have at least one. Each forum will be open for a period of approximately 3 weeks, and once they're closed, no submissions will be accepted. The forum grading rubric is below. Now, this rubric will be used to grade all forums, and if you do not post within the given time frame, you can receive a zero for the forum posting. Also, if you plagiarize any source, including any other student, you can also receive a 0 from your instructor as well. So here is the basically the forum rubric, and it tells you here that 4 being the highest and 1 being the lowest. This is how the forum rubric works out. Now, the only exception to this would be if you don't do one, then obviously you get a 0, or if you plagiarize, you get a 0. So you can get anywhere in between here. So basically, each one of these categories is worth 33 1/3%, because if you divide the 3 categories from 100 and you divide it by 3, that's what it comes out to. So inside here, you have 4, 3, 2, 1. So the first one, for the highest one, which is what I'll focus on, is the post is well developed and fully addresses and develops all aspects of the question posed. So that means you answer both of the questions that are posed here completely, both paragraphs, which one tells you about yourself and the other one tells you about your computer knowledge, right? Then the references and support where required. So this one does not require a reference, but it does talk about personal experience. So this is where your personal experience will come in. The post is clear, concise, and formatted in an easy to read style that is free of grammatical errors or spelling. So you need to focus on this category, right? And as you do not meet these categories, your grade can go down. Now you can fall anywhere in between here. You could end up with a 4, you could end up with a 3.9, a 3.8, 3.1, anywhere between this range. So basically from 1 to 4, based upon how you fit. So you may have some elements of this and some elements of this, and that's where you might end up with a 3.5. So, and each of your forums will be graded using the rubric, and you should get comments from your lecturer where you lost points. So if you have problems with spelling and grammar, it's going to give you a, say you get a 2, then it's going to basically say that there was too many errors in spelling and grammar. And then you're going to have to look back. They don't necessarily they can't be highlighted because it doesn't allow for that. But you're going to have to look back, and you're going to have to make sure that you're using different types of tools to make sure that you are prepared to learn from your mistakes. So spelling, spell check, grammar check. There's a website called Grammarly where you can download that app, and what that does is that will basically, when you go to post in the forum, so like right, for example, here, you would click on add a new discussion topic. You're going to put a subject in the forum, and you could say forum 1, or you could put bio, or you can put my background, however you want to put it, but it should be something that's the subject of your forum. You have to put something there, because you'll notice that you see the little exclamation point here, and then the message. So now here is where you're going to type the forum. Now, I suggest, especially for those of you that don't have great internet connections, and all of those of you that do not have good spelling and grammar regularly, that you go into Microsoft Word, and then you would then take Microsoft Word and you would open a new file, and inside of Word is where you would type your form. So you type your form inside of Microsoft Word here, and then when you're done, you would select it and copy it and paste it and put it into this forum box. So that way you can use the spell check and the grammar check from Microsoft Word. But don't rely so heavily on just that spell check, because just because a word is spelled correctly doesn't mean that you're using the correct word. So um, there's a lot of words that have double meanings, and you have to just be careful that you're using the correct word. So I always recommend that you can find someone in your household, hopefully, if you have a spouse, a child, a brother, a sister, a sibling, an aunt, an uncle, a grandmother or a grandfather who would be able to read it for you to make sure that you're not missing any words and that what you have there makes sense. When you are done, you would click on Post to Forum. Okay, so this is how your forum should be done. You're not going to be able to attach anything to this, and you shouldn't attach anything to this. You shouldn't be attaching any pictures or diagrams here. This is strictly going to be you answering these questions. So for example here, you're going to tell me, like, if I was to do my forum post, I would say good morning or good afternoon or hello everybody. My name is Timothy Damey, and I live in the town of Punta Gorda, Belize. I've been working at the university for the past 6 years, teaching IT related courses. I'm originally from the United States, and I moved to Belize in 2003. I have a degree in networking and communications. I have a degree in education and educational technologies, all at the master's level. The second paragraph. Now, I would also put there, I have a grandson who lives with me and my two godchildren, and we live in Punta Gorda, about 2 miles from the sea, and we enjoy going out and playing football and basketball at the park. So something like that. That gives me a little bit of background about me personally. Then under the second paragraph is where I would put down that how long you've used computers for. Now, I don't think at this point anyone can sit down and say, I've never used a computer before. Because if you have never used a computer before or touched a computer before, then I'm not sure if you are going to be able to even complete this course, especially in a virtual setting. So be as realistic as you can. Tell us about whether or not you took computer classes at high school, because everyone is required to take IT at high school. What was your level of hands-on? What applications did you enjoy working with? Which ones did you learn from the most? Which ones did you not learn from, or did you kind of shy away from? Where do you feel comfortable? And at the same time, then also what you want to gain from this course. Like when the course is over, what do you want to be able to know how to do, right? Think about your degree that you are mentioning, because you're going to tell us that you're in the associates in business or tourism or nursing or education, whatever program you're in. Tell us about how you think maybe you could use this class. What would be your intentions to use information technology, to use Microsoft Word, and your use of the internet and so forth to be able to access um, a better career for yourself, or make your life a little bit easier, right? So this is the whole idea here, is that you want to make sure that you're answering questions thoroughly and completely. Try not to repeat yourself, and use repetition where you say, I really, 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 really like Microsoft Word, and things like that. You want to try to be as clear as possible. Um, Answer it thoroughly. Don't rush through this, right? I'm telling you this from experience, is that people who phone this in, or don't take it seriously, or give it 5 or 10 minutes worth of effort, you're going to be sad when you see your grade, right? So I imagine that you're all spending hard-earned money for this course in most cases, and I don't think anybody wants to buy an F. I don't think anybody wants to buy a D. I think we all would like to buy an A, but when we buy it, that means we're going to have to earn it, right? So please take your time and be thorough in your forum post. This is your first one. Everyone should get a good grade, because does not require, as I said, any type of research. This is strictly based upon your individual experiences, and so there should be a good showing here. So from this point, you're on your own when it comes to the forum. Remember, if you make a mistake, you have about 30 minutes. It'll tell you after you post it to be able to delete it. So try to make sure that it's thorough and that when you do copy and paste it from a Microsoft Word document, that you're copying and pasting the entire thing, not just half of it by mistake. That's happened before. And you want to make sure you have it thoroughly up there, that you use the grammar check, you use spell check, and that somebody has proofread it. Thank you, and good luck with your first forum.